What up, everyone? Welcome back to the DTC Podcast.
Hey, guys.
I'm so glad we're past the client discussions
Because
my heart skips a beat every time I have to tell those stories, man.
yeah, when we did that was I was seriously like, I needed to calm. I left and drank.
Let's talk about something that consumers don't understand when it comes to designers. Okay, there's this concept that when you manufacture something, there's a thing called a MOQ, minimum order quantity. Yeah. Jinx.
Buy me a Coke.
So I think that consumers will be like, look at this custom packaging. It's so cool. Why can't everyone have custom packaging?
Well, they're on Pinterest, like rifling through there, just like you do to get inspiration sometimes, and I do sometimes.
You're just going to like put my secrets out there in the world?
No,
Pinterest
that's not
is
what
where I
we
get
do.
my ideas?
No, we all
No,
do.
man, I go to Behance. But the thing is that I don't think customers or consumers realize how hard it is to do custom packaging and how hard it is to be innovative in your packaging.
Oh, yeah.
And then when they see it, do they know what the brand owners have put into it to make that happen?
No idea.
So from the designer's perspective, when a client comes to you and is like, hey, can you design so-and-so? Do you ever like educate them? Or like, hey, if this looks like a foil pack, you might have a high minimum on this. This might not make sense.
All the time.
How do those conversations go?
Usually not bad. It was more like they were so disappointed now because now they had to rethink every single thing.
Yeah.
Because, they don't know. They don't realize how much they have to buy to get what they want. I mean, the biggest thing was for years, and fortunately that price is coming down now. There's smaller machinery now for like protein sample packets or like 2 capsules in a tear off. Those were like, you'd have to
100,000 packets.
Yeah, well, dude, I remember when it was like 1 million.
Okay, we don't. You gotta stop talking about the 1980s, man. We gotta like catch up now.
It wasn't the 80s.
But
in all seriousness, it was. There was a place I remember. Oh God, who cares? It was somewhere.
Listen, man, I remember when Shreds wanted protein bars, right?
Oh yeah.
And I met with Bakery Barn.
Okay.
Awesome protein manufacturer out of Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah, they're great.
And they're like, yeah, no problem. We'll be happy to do this. You just have to order 10,000 boxes.
Which was like what,
how
100
many boxes?
What was that, 120,000 bars? Was it 12 per pack?
Yeah, and I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
This is a
culture
crazy
shock, right?
Purchase order. And then like they only gave me the price for the bars. Not the cost of the box, not the cost of the foil that it goes in, not the cost of like putting the box together and kitting it. And I was just like, maybe I don't think protein bars is for us. Like, maybe this isn't where we should go.
No, right.
I remember talking to a ready to drink like manufacturer about doing like a energy drink for myself for some project I was working on.
Okay.
And yeah, they're like, yeah, no problem. Minimum's 200,000 cans. I'm like, 200,000 cans of 6-packs is a lot of 6-packs.
I know.
And I'm like, how do I even get a purchase order from a retailer? Because like direct-to-consumer models, you're not going to be able to sell like a 24-pack on Amazon. Like people aren't buying that, right?
They're buying one.
I mean, unless it's like sugar-free Red Bull or I'm addicted. Amazon subscription every week delivery.
Are you serious? You better be careful with that.
What? It's not going to make me like
sugar-free Red Bull.
Is there something I should know about?
No, I'm just totally kidding.
Oh, okay, cool. I mean, my swimmers are still good, so I'm not worried. So I think that MOQs and this whole concept affect designers in so many ways because I will lose clients flat out when I'm when I'm just like, yo, I get that you want this to be sustainable and in a glass bottle, but I don't know if you realize how many you're going to have to order.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, we called our manufacturer and you were right. They said that we had to order 30,000, 50,000 bottles.
Oh, yeah.
And we had to call Berlin or Alpha Packaging. And like they said we had to order 200,000 bottles.
Yep.
And the manufacturer, they're not offering to pay for those bottles or even store them or hold them for me. So what do I do?
Yeah.
And I look at them and I'm like, listen, there's only going to be 2 ways that this is going to work. One, you front the cash and you really invest in this and you believe in it.
Yep.
Or 2, you put together a business plan. You break out the entire forecast of how you're going to take this to market, what retailers you know, what your aces in the hole are. Like, yeah, I'm best friends with, John Smith from Wakefern. So, like, I'll put this in ShopRite with one phone call.
Yeah, except for now they have to do actual work.
And then go get some investors and go work with, like, David Lachelet from Stephen Gold. Yeah. And he will help you put together an action plan to get custom packaging. Sure. But you're going to have to front some of the cost yourself. Yeah. And if you disrupt the market with this really great package, custom lids, like remember when C4 had like a C4 on the lid? Everyone was like, oh my God, this is so cool.
Dude, I remember when C4 first started out and they had these metal canisters that everyone had. You remember those?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I remember when I found out what C4 cost to make. And I was like, that's it? What's even in this?
Yeah. It was all about the packaging, man. Sorry, C4.
I just think that when you lose a client because you educated them about MOQs or whatever goes into it, like, should we have charged the client for that hour of consultation that we gave them for free?
Yeah, I wish.
That's not how the game works,
no,
right?
It's not.
It's just not.
No, you just push them to someone else who's going to do exactly the same thing. But, it's just the game. You
know what I really hate? Is then 2 months later, I see that they launched a product in a plastic bottle, super stock, nothing special. Yep. I'm like, who designed this? And, chances are I probably know the designer because they're in a circle of people that I know. Yep. And I could tell by what font that designer is, right? Or like specifically how they place things because every one of us has a signature for how we do things, right? I can tell that every single time you design something, when I see the front of the PDP, and I see the fonts that you choose for Netway and the product, I'm like, yep, Mike made this. I just know it. And
I can tell whenever I can tell on the IDP who stole my supplement fax panels.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I have mine down to like a certain, and the way the way the text is kerned and the spacing, and I'm just like, I did that one, but someone stole it and put their own stuff on there.
Like, I didn't make this. Or did I make it? I don't know.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, that's
for sure.
So great. I remember when I saw FEMA fat burners, like at GNC, and it wasn't mine, and I'm like, this is a pink bottle, and it's called blank for her, and it's my exact formula. In fact, it even has my messed up UPC code from the first time I designed something with UPC code. Oh my God. I'm like, they not only stole everything that I did on this, they stole my formula. This is wild.
After the show, like, you have to tell me who did that.
How did GNC even take this?
You have to tell me.
I mean, just DM me on Instagram. I'll tell you who that was. And back then, I wasn't smart enough to know how to sue and go after them for losses.
Is it even worth it?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, would we have gotten paid out? No, but I would have scared everyone else from copying me.
Oh, that's true.
You remember back then. I mean, you remember even now how many people copy what I do.
You were getting copied from everyone.
I mean, it's flattering, right? But at the end of the day, if you undercut me because, there's like not the price is right. Like, I'm not telling you to go charge a penny less than me and then you get in wherever it is. It's not fair. But
I had a customer like that one time. That we did a really cool design and he just didn't have enough money to market it. And then I watched another company take that entire concept, do the same thing, and then they just bombarded the market, and it wiped him out.
That's tough, man.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes you get a client like that. What are you going to do? You just roll with it. And I told you, just like we were just saying, you gotta spend money to make money.
Another scenario where MOQs have really affected me? International deals. There are so many times where my name's pretty out there, right? So like I'll get a phone call from some guy from the Middle East or from India or from China or from Malaysia, wherever, and like, hey, we really want to make this protein and we need you to provide samples, we need you to design the label, you need us to find a manufacturer. Like, they just give me like the whole gamut of like what this is going to be. I'm like, awesome, no problem. I will charge you $2,000 per SKU and I will do everything, right? Okay. And I'll get a couple points from the manufacturer for hooking them up with the deal.
Nice.
And I'll do all this legwork for everything. And then they'll be like, we don't understand why we have to pay 50 grand to get this into our country. Because in this scenario, right, I got to give them a manufacturer. So I'm like, look, here's my friends from Pittsburgh, STC Nutrition. Right? They will make the product to spec, unlike some of the other manufacturers that are out there, right? Or like, here's a manufacturer from California and, like Leaf Labs, another great company. They'll make it perfectly to spec and no issues. Or here's SK Labs, or, all these great manufacturers that are out there.
Right.
And here's Regimus, a quality company that can review the label, help you with translations, help handle the documentation for getting you registered in the different countries. And here is a freight forwarder. Here's this person. Here's that person. It's like, oh, but you said the MOQ was only going to be 500 bottles or 1,000 bottles. But all of a sudden, my price went from $15 a bottle to $25 a bottle just to import it into this country because all these other costs added up. Yeah, you're going to have to pay $2 per bottle for regulatory review if you want that sign off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to pay $2,500 if you want the halal certification and the imam to come down and bless the product and do all the things that they do, right? It's just one of those things that people don't understand what you have to invest to enter the market in certain spots.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many of those little things.
It's the worst.
Yeah. It is, and it's back to what we were talking about earlier. It's you end up losing a client over it because you have to explain your way out of a job, basically.
Yeah, it's going to be so bad. We're going to launch this episode, and people listening are going to be like, yeah, we should send Ankur and Mike a bill for the therapy session of listening to them just unload on us of all the things that we've been traumatized by. But the truth is, I don't think people have any idea what graphic designers go through and the painstaking love and commitment that we have to our skill and our craft. And, I hope this podcast helps people understand, we really love what we do.
Yeah, we do.
And
it's easy to complain or whatever, but we're making a point to in these situations sometimes especially on this podcast, just for content, but we chose this profession because we love it.
Yeah, or this profession chose me because I'm just the best. That was such an AKG comment.
It was, but that's okay.
But no, thanks to the audience for listening to us vent. I think we're gonna have to pick up a little more positivity in the next episode. Yeah, so we don't lose anyone. No,
I don't think that we're being negative. I think we're just explaining some of the caveats of the nature of our business that we're dealing with. I mean, you could be designing packaging for toys. There's an MOQ on plastic too. You know what I mean?
Prop 65. I hate you. The one thing we didn't talk about with MOQs is when you're working with a celebrity figure or an athlete and how they don't understand. Why can't I get 24 units with my face on a bottle? Oh, and customize the formula and do this and do that.
They don't even want to hear all of the stipulations with CFR 111.
No way.
I mean, dude, you can't. You're talking about an R&D formula then. 24 units is impossible. It's literally an impossibility.
Well, listen, if you are at home and you have any questions about MOQ, hit us up. Comments. We'll be happy to help guide you in the right direction. And we'll catch you in the next episode.
See you guys.